Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have this makeup tutorial for you. It's just a really pretty brown, warm, smoky eye with a bright pink lip and some pink cheeks and a really pretty highlight. I definitely had a lot of fun filming this tutorial. This is one of my go-to looks just because it's so easy. I think I only use 3 or 4 colors in the entire eye look, and it's really just all about the blending, and you don't have to be so precise, which is great. I did add a winged liner and some falsies, but those 2 steps are totally optional, and I have worn this look without those 2 things, and it looked just as great. So please try this look out and let me know if you do in the comments down below, or send me a picture on my Tumblr or my Instagram. I'll have those linked down below as well. And if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. I've already put my foundation on and added some contour, and I've concealed and highlighted as well as filled in my brows. I'm just going to move on to the eyeshadow part of this tutorial, and I have already primed my eyes using my Mika Beauty Cosmetics eye primer. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use my trusty old Sonia Kashuk palette. I absolutely love it, and I definitely recommend it if you are looking for a new palette to buy and you want some matte neutral colors that will work for so many different types of looks. I got this at Target, and it is a little bit pricey for a drugstore buy. I believe it was $20, but like I said, it's totally worth it, and it's a staple for everybody. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that primer using a flat shader brush, and this one is just from Coastal Scents, I believe. Yeah, and it's just a crease slash shadow brush. It's a double-sided brush, and I got it in my Ipsy bag. I actually canceled my Ipsy subscription, but before I did, I think this is one of the last things that I got. So I'm just going to set that primer using a mix of these 3 colors, and I'm going to put that all over my eyelid, all the way up to my brow bone. Okay, and then using that same brush, I'm going to go ahead and start off with this dark, cool shaded brown tone, and I'm going to place that all over my lid. And they are pretty pigmented, and you do tend to get some fallout, so I always make sure to tap off any excess before I go and I place it on my eyelid. So I'm just going to place that starting at the base of my eyelid and focus it solely on like the lower part of my eyelid. I'm going to slightly blend it out, but not with using this brush. And you don't have to be super precise with this. We're going to blend it out like I said, so just make sure you really get it on that mobile part of your lid. You also want to try not to get it too much in the inner corner, because we are going to be highlighting that later on, and you don't want to affect that highlighting with any dark colors. And that's what you should have so far. Then I'm going to go in with this blending brush. This is a brush from Sigma. It's the Sigma E40 brush, and it's perfect for blending out shadows. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this warmer brown color right here, and I'm going to blend out that darker shadow that we just put on our lids. So I'm just working it in my crease, so right where your eye goes in. I'm just going to take that back and forth using wind wiper motions, like, you know, like on cars, the wind wiper goes back and forth, you know? And you just want to blend out that shadow. And again, you don't have to be precise with this either, because we're just going to blend it out and make sure there aren't any harsh lines. And I'm working all the way into the corner of my eye. So I'm going to take a little bit more and continue to blend that out. I'm going to do the same thing on my other eye. So again, in my crease, and then using windshield wiper motions. That's the word, windshield wiper. And then just for further blending and to make sure that there aren't any harsh lines, we hate harsh lines, I'm going to take this more orangey warm color on that same brush and just dip it in, tap a little bit off, and work mainly around where we just put that slightly darker shadow to further blend everything out. And it's just going to add like a gradient effect and make your eyeshadow look flawless and really well blended. So you see how we went from darker to lighter to lighter? That's the kind of effect you want. And you just want to make sure you take your time and you blend it. I know it might seem tedious, but it's so worth it. You don't want any harsh lines. And I'm just going to go back in with that brush that we used in the beginning and that dark brown color. And I'm going to touch up this part of my eyeshadow, the lid, just because we might have lost some intensity with all that blending. And we really want to make sure this is the darkest part of our lid. And then I'm going to go back in with that brush and with nothing on it, just blend everything once again. Because we don't want no harsh lines. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of that light brown color and just work that into the crease. And then I'm going to take that same brush that we used in the beginning and I'm going to turn it around and use the pointy side. This is a great brush because it's 2-in-1. And I'm going to use that pointier side more like a pencil brush. And I'm going to take the lightest color in this palette and just work that on my inner tear duct area. Just to brighten up the eye and make us look more awake. You definitely want to do this when you're working with darker shadows, just to avoid you looking tired or muddy or anything like that. This just brightens up the whole look. And I'm going to take that same brush and that same color and apply some to my brow bone as well. And I am going back a few times just to get the intensity that I want. And this just lifts your eyebrow and brightens up the look a little bit more. And then I'm going to go back in with my blending brush and just blend that once again. Because what don't we want? Harsh lines. And then I've already added my concealer and I set my concealer. So what I'm going to do is take that same brush once again and I'm going to go back in with that pointy side. And I'm going to go in with a mixture of this color and the darker brown that we used. So these two colors here. Tap off any excess. We only want a little bit on the brush. And I'm going to start to smoke out the lower lash line. And what this does is it just balances out the look so you don't look too top heavy, and it gives you a really sexy kind of look too. But now everything just looks well rounded and really put together. So of course we don't have to do this. This step is extremely optional, but I'm going to go in with a gel eyeliner and I'm going to wing it out. I am thinking of creating a eyeliner tutorial just because I think I do have some helpful tips for those of you who are struggling, but like I said, this step is totally optional and you can leave the look just like this and add some mascaras and even falsies if you want and it would look just as nice. But I love my winged eyeliner, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So I went ahead and I added a wing to my eye and I just think it adds so much sexiness and sultriness to the eye. But like I said, it's totally optional and I think the look will look just as beautiful without it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is apply a little bit of mascara to my eyes. I'm using the Jordana Best Lash Extreme and I absolutely love this mascara. I got it after Kathleen Lights recommended it and raved about it. So I definitely trust her opinion now because I absolutely love this mascara. So I'm just going to go in with a light coat because I am going to be adding falsies as well. Is another optional step, but because I think I've gotten pretty good at putting on falsies, I'm going to go ahead and try my luck again and add these pair of falsies. I've worn them once already and they are the Ritzy lashes from the Kiss brand. Okay, so to finish off the look, I'm going to add some blush. And the blush that I'm going to be using is this cream blush from MAC, and this is in the color So Sweet So Easy. It's just a really pale, bright pink, and I'm going to apply that using a Real Technique stippling brush. And I'm going to apply that to the apple of my cheeks and pull it backwards. And I love wearing bright baby pinks with browns because I think they just go so well together. Now that that's worked in, I'm going to take this illuminator that I just got from NYX. So I'm just going to take some and put some on the back of my hand. And then using my finger, I'm just going to dot that on the top of my cheekbones. And this is a really pretty pinky, just liquid illuminator, and it has some shimmer in it. And it'll just go really well with the blush that we put on. So I'm just tapping that in. And I don't know if you can see that shine, but it's very, very pretty. So I'm going to take a little bit more and put them on the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin. And then just a little bit on my forehead. And it's just going to leave behind a really gorgeous glow. And then to finish the look off, I'm going to go in with a pinky lip color to complement the cheeks, of course. And like I said, I love using pinks with browns eyeshadows. So I'm going to go in with this LA Girl Glaze Lip Paint. And this is in the color Flirt. And it's a really bright baby pink. I'm just going to take that on my finger once again and apply that to my lips. And as you can see, it's a really bright color. It might not be for everybody, but we are going to add a lip gloss on top. So this is definitely a really bright baby Barbie pink. And I like it, but not on its own necessarily. So I'm going to go in with this NYX Butter Lip Gloss, and it is in the color Eclair. And I'm just going to place that on top. This is a glazed lip paint, so it is kind of glossy, but not glossy enough. I really like a pink glossy lip, so I'm going to add this just on top. So that is the finished look. I really love the way this look came out. I think it was super easy. We only used 3 colors on our lids. Like I said, the wing liner is definitely optional. We used a cream blush, which is super easy to blend in. And I just used a regular foundation. I do have a foundation routine and an eyebrow routine that I've already filmed, and it's up for you guys. So I'll link those down below if you haven't seen those already. But I really love the way this look came out. I definitely think it would be appropriate for beginners because it's just so easy, and I would say kind of foolproof. You just want to make sure you blend, 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 and of course practice always makes perfect, you know? So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video.